Shalom, everybody, from the hills of Israel. I'm going to do a little video here on oxymoron. The dictionary describes an oxymoron as a figure of speech in which apparently contradictory terms appear in conjunction. For example, a jumbo shrimp, or perhaps a like old news, or deafening silence, or organized chaos, and or Torah observant Christian. I'll repeat that: Torah observant Christian. It's a total oxymoron, all right? And those who claim to be a Torah observant Christian are basically morons. Yeah, well, I didn't stutter. Self-deluded, deceived, and moronic. So there are, how shall I say it, tens of thousands and probably even millions of people that are quote unquote, how shall I say this, coming out of or came out of the church, and now they're Torah observant, and but yet they're still a Christian. They still believe that Jesus is God in the flesh. They still believe in the Trinity, and they believe in the messianic, that Jesus is the Messiah too. I don't know about you, but I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. All right, but I know this. I know what an oxymoron is, and when you say that you're a Torah observant Christian, it makes no sense at all. Now, put it this way: what I tell folks and what I express to people, I don't make a lot of friends, all right, especially when it comes to Christians, all right, because I ask them, I say, well, you're a Torah observant, right? You quit doing the Sunday thing and you started doing the Shabbat thing, and you started doing the Passover instead of Easter, and you started doing you dropped the Christmas thing. You started eating kosher food. Started wearing the talit, sit, all right? Even wrapping the telefin, the box on the head and the box on the arm, telefin. And you really think that you're, being true to your altruistic, all right? Well, you're not. You're self-deceived and self-deluded, all right? And put it this way, I've lost more quote unquote friends and people and associations on Facebook and Twitter and other venues out there than I've gained, all right? Because the majority of these people, all right, that are quote unquote Torah observant Christians, all right, I just flat out tell them, I say, man, you're wrong, all right? You're flat out wrong. Jesus is not God in the flesh. There is no Trinity. And Jesus, or Yeshua, is not the Messiah either. He failed at both endeavors, right? And not that he failed, all right? Shall I say this, all right? I believe in the historical Yeshua, the man from Nazareth, right? The Torah observant Jew, right? That taught Torah observance, right? And taught Judaism. But I don't believe in what Paul teaches, the false apostle Paul, right? But I do believe in the core of the book of the Christian book of what is called the New Testament, which of course that's an oxymoron too. But what can I say? You want to debate it? Give me a text, right? We'll talk about it, right? But put it this way, I'm not going to waste my time, all right? I'll lead you to the water, but if you don't drink, hey, that's your problem. I'll just knock the dust off my feet and go on down the road. And so, in dealing with these oxymorons, all right, and dealing with quote-unquote Christianity and the Torah observant Christians or Hebrew roots Christians or even Messianic Jews, all right, that in itself is also an oxymoron, okay? To believe that Jesus is the Messiah, he failed, all right? Y'all just going to have to face the facts, all right? Jesus, Yeshua of Nazareth, did not accomplish, all right, what the criteria was to be Moshiach ben David, or the Messiah, or HaMashiach, all right? He failed, all right? He got crucified and killed, and he failed. And so came the invention of the second coming and the vicarious atonement for your sins, all right, and all that kind of stuff, all right? It's not true, folks, all right? You're just going to have to face the facts, right? And come out of Babylon all the way. Not 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but come out all the way, all right? Drop the Trinity, drop the Messianic claims, all right? And accept the facts for the facts, all right? And quit using eisegesis and reading into the New Testament and or the Tanakh, all right? And taking scriptures out of context and overlaying it with the Christological veneer of the false doctrines and traditions and theological constructs of Christianity. Come out all the way, all the way. So what are you going to do? Well, you have basically 2 or 3 choices. You can totally abandon it all, just become an atheist or agnostic and, and go that route there. Or you can become a Noahide, all right? Dropping the Trinity, dropping the Messianic claims, all right? Keeping the 7 mitzvot or the 7 commandments of Noach, and be a Noahide and be a righteous Gentile or a Ger Toshav, as it's called. Or you can even convert to Judaism if you want to go that route. You don't need to, but you can remain a Noahide and still have a place in the Olam Haba, or the age to come, or the millennial age. But unfortunately, all of you quote-unquote Torah observant Christians, right, that believe in the Trinity and believe in the Messiahship, Messianic claims that Paul puts on the false prophet Paul, the false teacher Paul puts on Yeshua. Even Yeshua himself said, "Get away from me, you workers of iniquity." In other words, those who are anomial. And why are you anomial if you're a Torah observant, right? What's the first commandment? Ahad mitzvot. What's the first commandment? Not to have any other gods. All right? So if you believe Jesus is God and you believe in a Trinity and or Unitarianism or modalism or any variation thereof, all right? Okay? You're an idolater. Period. You're committing idolatry. You're breaking the first commandment. So, if Satan can get you to break the first commandment, the rest are no problem at all. So anyways, dealing with the oxymorons and the Torah observant Christian morons out there, come out of that Babylon all the way. So, shalom from the hills of Israel. Well, as they say in Texas, talk to y'all later. Bye.